What is up, guys? Back with another Smite Arena tier list. In this video, I'm pretty much just going to be covering, there's not really too much. I didn't want to redo the entire tier list because I'd be sitting here for like 25 minutes just putting everything back into tiers. Not much really changed, but as you guys can see to the right, there is some stuff that is moving either up or down in a few tiers, and we do have two new gods that I did not add in the last tier list I did. This is going to be for, I think, the 6.7 or 6.8 update. I'm not quite sure which one. You guys will know by the title. But the last tier list I did was actually really good, and you guys seem to like it very much. So I'm going to continue doing the tier list. If the tier lists keep doing well, I'll continue to keep doing them. I'm also probably going to be doing some gameplay and stuff like that in the future as well. So I'll throw some Smite Arena like gameplay with like certain gods and stuff up, if that's something you guys would like. If you guys also like Paladins content, I do a shitload of Paladins content, but if you're just here for Smite, feel free to drop a like and subscribe, that'd be great. Gonna get right into this. Not much has really changed. This is pretty much the exact same tier list from last time, guys. If you have not checked that video out, go check that video out right now. Not going to talk about any of these picks like I did in that video. I think that video went like way over 20 minutes. And I had to cut it off like really quick, otherwise my computer would have crashed. Lucky I even got that video up, by the way, because it was so close to going corrupt. Over here on the right, we have a few gods that I think I actually move up or move down tiers. Discordia. I had Discordia. We're gonna start out with Discordia. I had Discordia at an S. Last tier list. I'm gonna move her up to an S plus. She is insanely good. I think she's probably one of the best mages. She has a 1 second root. When you have a 1 second root on like a 3 second cooldown with 40% CER, towards like the middle of the game, around like level 15, and you can just constantly throw that out and spam that. It's great in team fights. She does a fuck ton of damage. Her ult is relatively on a low cooldown with 40% CDR. She does towards the end of the match. She doesn't really do that much damage. She's kind of more of like a support type player, like character for at least for a mage. She's going to be getting roots. She's going to be helping in team fights. Yeah, she's going to be getting kills when like you can get like low type, like with low other gods that are like super low. You can pick them off at low health. Yeah, you're going to be getting a decent amount of kills, but mainly she's going to be helping getting other people kills, like an assassin, like a warrior, guardian, something like that. Help them pick off kills or just get chip damage most times. She does a shitload of damage. She has a lot of CC. She has a root in her kit. Overall, insanely good. If you want an insanely good mage for Arena, pick up Discordia and run like 40% CDR. Run fucking damage amp. Bunch of damage boosting items, mage's blessing, stuff like that. For that cooldown reduction, you can just sit and spam like after like level 15. She even has she has a decent like early game as well. Unlike Anubis, which you really can't do jack shit with like Anubis, like a super early game, but she's a decent early game. Not gonna talk about her too much else. I think Cerberus. I actually had Cerberus. I think in an A plus. I think I did. I'm not quite sure. I'm actually gonna move him up to an S. Cerberus, at least right now. If you want a decent warrior, pick up Cerberus. He does a fuck ton of damage. You're mainly gonna be choosing him for the damage and his ultimate. His ultimate's a great team fight ult. You have to pop beads to get out of it, otherwise it's pretty much a guaranteed kill. He does a fuck ton of damage. He's decently bulky. If you can run him a few different ways, you can run more of like a damage type build, or like a full like offensive build. He's decently bulky, so you can at least do some stuff. He's good against like hunters, assassins, stuff like that. Decent chip damage for your team to come and get kills. That's why I'm mainly moving him up, just because I've been seeing him a lot more. I think he's a lot more solid of a pick than he was previously. Honor. I had Honor at I think an A or A plus last time. I'm actually gonna move Honor up to an S. Mainly because fail not's a thing, and for hunters that's insanely good. Apart from that, he did get a few couple buffs on this last patch. I'm not quite sure what they were. Off the top of my head, I'd have to go back to the patch notes and actually look. But whatever they were, he's just insanely better. He does a fuck ton of damage. He has escape. He has a leap that he's able to get out of like team fights when he's at low health. Decent escape. Great ultimate. Just overall solid hunter. If you want a solid hunter, pick Honor. He's definitely moved up in my opinion. Apollo, I had Apollo at a B plus last time. I'm actually gonna put Apollo at an A plus. I think he's a lot more solid than he was. They did buff him, I think a patch or two ago. Last time I did the tier list. Solid A plus right now. I'm not gonna talk about him very much because I haven't really used him all too much. But I think he's a solid A plus in my opinion. Cupid, I think I had a Cupid at I think I had him at an A or A plus last time. I'm actually gonna move him up to an S, just because fail not's a thing. And when you constantly have like a CC, a 1 second stun, like legit like every 5 seconds towards like the end of the game, just becomes super powerful. That he can heal allies. He has self-sustain. He has a decent escape. With his, I think he has like a forward movement ability, something like that. He has a great team fight ult that cripples everybody that's standing in it. He does decent damage. He's a little bit weak early game. He has a really bad early game, but once you get past like about level 10, that's when you can start doing stuff. Apart from that, I think Cupid's a solid S, at least currently. Just because he has the 1 second stun built into his kit, he has a great team fight ultimate that cripples and stuns. Really good. Erlang Shen, I actually had him at a A last time. I'm actually going to move him up to an S. He just does a shit ton of damage. Once you get past like level 10, you start getting a decent amount of items online. You're able to pretty much 1v1 like legit most assassins around that range. You can legit 1v1. He has a 1 second root on his, I think his 2 on his spear. He gets bonus damage from his passive. He just does a shitload of damage. That's he's kind of the Cerberus treatment, at least for this update, for this patch tier list. Just does a shitload of damage. He's decently bulky if you can build him like a hybrid build if you want. Otherwise, you can just run fully offensive and just go completely ham. Janice, I actually had Janice at I think it's an A plus. Gonna move Janice down to a B. Janice right now is probably one of the worst mages for arena. Do not choose Janice unless you want to lose. The only thing Janice offers is like decent damage towards the late game. He has a shitty early game. He doesn't really do anything till like around like level 15, and by that point you're either just feeding or you're just not even able to really do that much. He gets dove insanely easy. I think out of all the mages, even Anubis, he doesn't even have any. He just have like no movement ability or anything like that. I think Janice gets dove the easiest out of like all the mages in the game. He just gets dove so fucking easy. The only thing he offers is good damage towards the late game. If you want good damage and you know how to use him decently well, he has a rift one of his abilities is super hard to land. I think it's a rift, like a teleport rift that does decent damage. Very hard to land. Most cases, super small area hitbox. I don't know. He's just not really good, at least currently. Down to a B plus, unfortunately. Nemesis. Gonna move Nemesis up to an S plus. Nemesis is by far the best assassin in the game. I think they buffed her ultimate, I think the last patch, a slight buff, made it a lot more consistent and reliable. She does a shitload of damage. She has a kind of a shitty early game till like around like level 12. Once you get past level 12 and you start getting some items online, and start getting some items bought for her, she does some really good work for your team. She has decent escape with her 1, great ultimate, shitload of damage, great passive. Overall, really good. I'm gonna go on a limb and say she's the best assassin in the game. S plus, moving her up. I think she was at that S last time. Nike, I had Nike at an A plus last time. I'm gonna move Nike up to an S. By far, way better than she was, especially because before last time she did not. I don't think that patch had the rework. I think that was the patch before she got reworked. After the rework, she's so much better. Solid S. Zong, I'm gonna put Zong at a. I think I had him an A. I think it was an A last time. I'm gonna put him at a solid A plus. He does a shitload of damage. If you can use him well, you can do good with Zong. Apart from that, I'm really not gonna talk about him very much because I really don't use him at all. At least I haven't played him that much. Still recording. Good. Scotty, I think I had Scotty at I think it was an A plus. I'm gonna move Scotty up to an S. They reworked her ultimate to the point where I think it gets a 1 second stun, and her ultimate also affects her dog. I think they also got some different buff to her. I think it's something with her dog got buffed as well. Not quite sure. I'd have to go back and look. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but she's just so much better. Then you add Fail Not, which is probably one of the best hunter items in the game, and you add all the other buffs that hunters have been getting over the past like patch or two. I'd say she's a solid S, at least for hunter for arena. Thor, I actually had Thor at a B plus. Last update, I'm gonna put Thor at a solid A plus. I think Thor now is solid. They reworked his kit, a lot more consistent, a lot better damage. If you know how to play him, he can be very annoying. He has a team wide ult where you can pretty much dive pretty much like halfway across the map and pretty much get a guaranteed kill on like a low target. Solid A plus. Shibalanke, I actually had him I think it was an A plus last time. Going to move him down to an A. There's just nothing that Shibalanke offers apart from an ultimate that's on like a way too high of a cooldown. Once they took the stun off of his ultimate, people just really don't give a shit about his ultimate anymore. Yeah, it's you can't see anything for like 3 seconds, but without the stun, it's just not as good as it used to be. He does okay damage, but he doesn't really offer anything to a team over like any other hunter, like a Jingwei, like a Ni, something like that, like even an Honor that can get a stun off with his spear. It has an even more consistent ult and on a shorter cooldown. It's all if they want to buff Shibalanke, they need to reduce his ultimate cooldown. I think it's like a 110 cooldown, way too fucking long of a cooldown. That and he doesn't really offer anything. He gets stove kind of easy. Not very good. Moving down to an A. Olorun. He's been out quite a while now. I'm gonna put him at a solid A plus. The only reason you're gonna be choosing Olorun over like a Sol though is for his ultimate. His ultimate has a pretty decent area. And if you can trap like 1 or 2 people in his ult, and your team can dive on those type of people, if it's like an assassin, like a hunter or something like that, and they can't escape the ult like very quickly, and your team dives on them, and you're pretty much getting a guaranteed like 1 or 2 kills. Apart from that, his ult, if you don't set it up right, you need to know when to set it up and when to use it. Otherwise, it's pretty much just kind of a wasted ult. Apart from that, he does decent damage. He doesn't really offer very much apart from that. If you want like an okay auto attack mage, that's a little bit less, offers a little bit less than Sol, but you just want him mainly for a better ultimate, go ahead and pick Olorun. Or if you're good with Olorun, go ahead and pick him. Now we have the god that everybody's been waiting for, Persephone. Persephone has only been out for like a week. I really honestly don't know where to rank her. I don't think I'm going to rank her, but if I had to rank her, take this with a grain of salt, guys. This is like a huge speculation. I'm not quite sure this is even going to be in the next tier list, whatever tier I decide to do rank her in. But if I had to rank her, I'm going to say she's a solid S. Right now, people really ain't that good with her, but with an ult that can trap one person and ensnare, I think like up to 3 or 4 other people. She has an insane ult. It's pretty much a guaranteed kill. Like if your team dives upon like 2 people. Mainly for her ult alone puts her up to like an S. Just because she probably has one of the best ults in the game. Granted, you can pop beads and you can get out of it relatively easy. But apart from that, by the time you try breaking out of it and try and getting away from it, you're most likely at least halfway dead, or you're guaranteed dead at that point. So she's pretty much a guaranteed kill with her ult. Apart from that, she's good at team fights. I think once people get the hang of her and get to know how to plant, throw down her seeds, and know when to germinate her seeds, and let the plants do the work. She does a shitload of damage. She has a great damage output. I can tell you that right now from just playing her the last few days. I think once people start getting the hang of her and able to play her more, I think she's going to be a solid S. But for right now, I'm going to leave her unranked. Just because she's super new. She's only been out for like a week. So apart from that, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Not really too many changes. I just wanted to discuss what we had that I wanted to move around. Apart from that, not really too many changes. Everything else is pretty much the same from the last one. If you guys missed the last one, go back and check it out. If If you guys want any Paladins videos, check out my channel as well. I do a shitload of Paladins videos. Gonna be bringing them, continuing to bring the Smite content to you guys if you continue to like and show support. Apart from that, hope you guys enjoy the video. See you guys in a future one. Thanks for watching.